Hello, this is Eric of Spark eStudio, and welcome to my review of the Acoustify X6. 6 channels XLR, 24-bit, 96 kilohertz, metal in the front, metal in the back, plastic surround, and we have an on-off switch right here as well. What's included? Owner's manual with a decent amount of information and pictorials, including those that want to know specifications, warranty card. The power cable length is 1.5 meters. You have been listening to the monitor out of the Universal Audio Apollo Twin X Revision 2. Now let's switch over to the Acoustify X6. Right now we're listening to the Acoustify X6, and I have my Rode NT-G5 connected that uses 48 volts phantom power. One thing to note is this phantom power is global, which means all these XLR ports have phantom power at the same time. And the sliders, what I like about them is if I look right here, your finger fits nicely into that groove. Here's your headphones, and the volume goes really, really, really loud. I have no problem with how much volume this has. It says return. So this is going to be, I believe, return to the device. So we can actually almost have like a loop back situation. Go pan to one side and to the other side. And for monitoring here, I could also change my left and right. So I'm going to move down my right and move back my right as well. 12 o'clock facing upwards. That is our neutral point. So again, if I pan left and if I pan right, the neutral point is facing up. And for our low, let's go to make it more vintage with less bass. And if I want to turn it the other way, I can get nice bassy tone. And I go really, really crazy. And I'm going to turn my mids. And my mids, again, I can tell down and up, highs up. But this is going to give me a lot more sibilance. And I don't like sibilance. And that's more S sounds. These equalizers built in, you can get a little bit of your own tone. If you find yourself too high pitched, or if you find yourself too deep and you want a little more high tone, a little more presence in your voice, mids are normally your presence of most people's voices. And on channel 1 is a high Z port. How about recording guitar? Let me show you this guitar recorded with this audio interface. I'm going to be using line input 1. What if you lose your audio? What if someone says, I wish I was there at your conference? And I guess I'd press record right here to this right here. Record? Is recording? I think it's recording now. So if I'm not mistaken, it's going to record to this MP3 in this card here. I don't know what file name it's going to be, but now I'm going to check to see if that actually records to my USB. The file I just recorded shows under JL REC or JL Record, and here's the file. Let's play it back. Record? Is it recording? I think it's recording now. So if I'm not mistaken, it's going to record to this MP3 in this card here. I don't know what file name it's going to be. The recording is not quite as high resolution, but it's an option for a backup recording. Let's try the sound effects. This is going to be where we should probably start with trying this. I'm going to turn my headphones down. It's too loud. And if I want to go to channel 2, I turn, and then I press. And if I want to turn this down, so if I want to turn that down, I just can play around with this. But most of these settings are all echoey. If I lower how much effects are on the knob, it's going to reduce the amount of effects through here. And it doesn't affect all the channels. Like I will simply select this one, and I can select my level of effects in each individual channel to make it much more mild. And when I set it much lower, instead of being a loop about every second, I can change that to like a quarter of a second sort of idea. And 9. Now there's 10. Here's 11. 15.
This is the sound of echo.
Phaser goes left and right. Then we got our settings right here for our mode and our MP3. Ooh, Bluetooth. This shows as mix MP3 Bluetooth. So I'm going to join to it and I got to see if I can allow access. No, just pair. Okay. Now I'm paired to it and now I got to see if I can find some sort of music to play. So I should be able to control the volume, I believe, through my phone as well. So you can see at least here, that I control my volume through there. And I can control my volume through here as well as the mixer. I like the fact there's no crackling. See, there's no crackling sound at all. It just... Smoke bomb!
Whoa! Smoke bomb! This is amazing!
Anyways, it's clear. There's no crackling. That's good. MP3 and you, I have no clue. But there we go. There's an MP3. And again, same idea, control through my MP3 slider. The Acoustify X6. Is this the one for you? The one thing that may be a concern is the global 48 volts phantom power. Have all condenser or all dynamic? Now let's try a dynamic microphone and see if we get enough boost with that. Right now you're listening to the Fine AM8. I'm right about here, but this is a microphone that requires a lot of gain volume. I think this even requires more gain than the SM7B microphone, so there's that. In terms of my volume level, I'm like almost all the way, and I almost all the way there. So I'm going to turn that down just a bit. I don't want it getting hissed from being too loud. In fact, let's listen to the sounds just for a moment. Plenty of gain. So dynamic microphone, no problems at all. Oh, I should just go neutral. This is kind of weird for my sound. There we go. Now there's a neutral tone. And then, of course, I can add more bass, but that's going to be a little too much for this type of microphone. I'll give myself a little more presence. Yeah, presence right there is probably all I need. And this will give me that more vocal presence boost than just being plain Jane. Subscribe to Sparky Studio and help this channel grow. Stereo out. We have XLR, not just the 1/4 inch. With the return, I should be able to put even music through 1/4 inch and then return it back into here. Watch for the Lewitt Pure Tube. Yes, I purchased that myself. A nice vocal microphone. Never used it, only heard it online. So we're going to find out for ourselves. And I also have a microphone isolation shield coming any day now. This is Eric of Sparky Studio. Thanks for watching and have yourselves a most wonderful day.